Have you ever sat around a campfire, listening to the crackling flames, and felt that unsettling prickle on the back of your neck? That feeling like you're not entirely alone out there in the vast dark wilderness? Well, you might be right. Tonight, we're diving into 3 true camping horror stories that will make you think twice before your next trip into the woods. So turn down the lights, get comfortable, and let's begin. Our first story comes from a hiker named Mark, who was on a solo trip through the Appalachian Trail. A few days in, he set up camp near a small, secluded lake. As dusk settled, he started hearing strange noises, not the usual sounds of the forest, but something that sounded like soft, deliberate footsteps circling his tent. He brushed it off as an animal, but the footsteps continued for hours, always just outside the ring of his campfire light. Around midnight, they stopped. But then, he heard a faint, high-pitched giggle. It sounded like a child, but it was coming from the middle of the pitch-black lake. He froze, listening as the giggling grew louder, echoing across the water. He spent the rest of the night huddled in his tent, listening to that chilling laugh until the first rays of sunlight finally broke through the trees. He packed up and left before the sun was even fully up, never looking back. Next, we have a story from a couple, Sarah and Ben, who went car camping in a remote national forest. Their first night was peaceful, but on the second night they were woken up by a series of loud, metallic bangs against their car. It sounded like someone was hitting it with a rock. They peered out the window but saw nothing. The banging stopped, only to be replaced by a low, guttural growl right next to their tent. This wasn't any bear or coyote they'd ever heard. It was deep, raspy, and sounded almost human. They stayed completely still, too terrified to even breathe. A few minutes later, they saw a tall, unnaturally thin silhouette pass by their tent flap. It moved with a jerky, disjointed gait. Whatever it was, it lingered around their campsite for what felt like an eternity before finally shuffling off into the darkness. They didn't sleep a wink and drove away at first light, leaving their gear behind. Our final story is perhaps the most unnerving. It comes from a group of 4 friends camping deep in the Canadian wilderness, miles from any road. On their third night, one of them, named Alex, woke up needing to use the bathroom. He grabbed a flashlight and walked a short distance from the tents. On his way back, his light caught something strange. Carved into a large tree just at the edge of their camp was a perfect, intricate spiral. He was certain it wasn't there when they set up. He woke his friends, and they were all baffled. They decided it was probably just a weird prank by other campers, even though they hadn't seen anyone for days. The next morning, they woke up to find 3 more trees with the exact same spiral carved into them, each one closer to their tents. They felt like they were being watched, surrounded. The air felt heavy. Without a word, they packed everything in a panic and hiked out as fast as they could, the entire time feeling a pair of unseen eyes following their every step. They never found out who or what was carving those symbols. The wilderness holds secrets we may never understand. These stories are a chilling reminder that when you step into the wild, you're stepping into a world that doesn't play by our rules. What do you think? Have you ever had a creepy experience while camping? Let me know in the comments below. Thanks for watching, and if you enjoyed these stories, be sure to like and subscribe for more spooky content. Stay safe out there.